Hello, sports fans. Mauricio here. Well, we're about ready to update data. So we'll see in a minute that we're going to have a sale to Burl Ives. Have a holly jolly Christmas. So you may hear that song. It's pretty old, but pretty good. So we're going to update data. We're going to update the total revenue and number of sales from this particular customer. So we're going to, after the invoice is completed, we need to go, maybe there's 15 line items. Well, we need to go summarize them and then go update this customer record just for that one customer, in this case, Burl Lives. It's a little bit difficult because if you have 15 line items and you have to total them up, so we'll have to do a select sum line total to get the total, so we'll have to conquer that too. But let's take a look at updating, and then we'll take a look at the code that updates after the invoice is done. And just one more time, these columns, the last purchase, that's a sign of recency. Total revenue, monetary, number of sales, frequency. These are metrics that are useful and they'll maybe pop up on a dashboard or somewhere. But if you're making a report that someone's going to make a decision from, then we need to do it a different way. We'll do a select from the sales details table, and we'll do the totaling off of the live data, and that's 100% as accurate as you can make it. And these, well, they may be accurate. These two columns here, they're the result of an update set, and who knows, maybe it didn't work one day. I have the columns here because it's a convenience. They may pop up on a invoice or dashboard somewhere, but any real serious reports should always be made from the transaction table, the numbers in a transaction table, not the numbers in a dimension table. That's pretty important. All right, so how do you update data? So let's see. So we're going to work on our products. So Coug hats. Go Cougs. So like I said in this class, inserts, updates, deletes, and then select so you can see what's going on. Inserts is new transactions. Updates, things are always updating. Deletes, maybe you archive something and then archive a bunch of data, old data, and then delete it out from the operational database. Archive it to the data warehouse, for example. But, all right, so today is about updating. And so in this case, we just pulled up the product record for a specific product. Let's go and update it. So the code is update table name set. Update table name set. And you can have, different columns. So, set stock quantity plus equals 10. And then go ahead and do something else, and then go and do something. So you can update 4 or 5 columns all in the same update set code, but we'll just start with one here, and we'll show multiple column updates in a little while. So maybe 10 products came into stock, so let's go ahead and do that. So this plus equals is a little shortcut. The most important line here is the where statement. So an update set will update every stinking row of your table if you're not careful. How do you make sure you only update one row or the specified row that's important to update? Use a where statement. So please remember to put a where statement in there, or else you'll be updating all your data, and I don't think there's an undo button for that. So let's go ahead and update this data. Okay, it says one row affected, and I didn't even see how many we had, but I guess we'll have to do this twice. So update the stock quantity. So 281. So let's just run it again. And then hit the select statement again. Okay, so we got 291. Here's example number 2. Put this product on a 10% discount. So times equals means affect the change and then put that value, since we're doing the update set, put that value back into that column. So we're putting the product sales price on 10% discount. So let's go ahead and run that. So 375. And I think there's a better formula we could use, and I will see that in somewhere else. Okay, 338. And you may say, well, we're going to have surge pricing. So 338, it's probably not going to go back to the exact same number. So update set table name, so 372. Update set table name, and when you multiply, you can make the number bigger. Or if you multiply by a number lower than 1, then you're making the number lower. But update table name set column name equals whatever, where, and again, the where statement's pretty important. You can update many rows if you wanted to. So for example, category 2 is all my health and beauty aids, soap and shampoo. So you can select the data that hits a category, and then you can update all the data that is of a certain category. Like, so we have 12 rows here. So put all these products on discount. So multiplying by something by 0.75 is the same as giving it a 20% discount. So I'm going to watch the jasmine soap. Jasmine. And let's see what happens. So 12 rows affected. And jasmine soap is discounted. And you may want to, after the weekend, put it on surge pricing, or just put it back to the price. And so if we took those products and bumped it back up 10%, so jasmine soap 375, kick it up 10%, 413. So you can update entire categories or groups of rows. These are all category 2, so they all can get updated. So you can put all the products on sale, all the paint products, or change the price for the New York area, or the Northeast region, or whatever. So you can update a lot of data all at the same time. Just be careful. So we showed plus equals to add units. By the way, the column must not be null. Start at 0, and you could do this: plus equals, minus equals, etc. If it was null, null plus 10 equals crash the computer. 0 plus 10 equals 10. So we'll show how to get rid of nulls. But that's why we like default values, not nulls, in numeric columns that are going to be edited. All right, so we got some soap here, and we got 100 in stock. And what if we sold 10? Then we would run this update set. And so it's not like Excel. You see your answer right away. You have to go select it and to go look at it. So now we have 90 in stock. It works like you expect. You may want to root out all those nulls. Of course, you can bring up the table in edit mode and change them manually, but that's no fun. So why don't we get rid of the nulls in the column? Let's see how many rows have nulls in this column, and that's clearly an error. So how do you fix it? Update table name, set stock quantity equals 0, where stock quantity is null. So before is category equals to product equals whatever, but this one is null. So that's a little different. And let's go ahead and fix that. Dun, 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 dun. And then we should not have any rows returned here, but I'm taking a long shot here. I think it was 7013. Oh, I guess not. Well, duh. It needs to be where product ID is 7013. So there's always something go wrong. You just gotta take it easy and just roll with it. Don't get emotional if you're a developer or anything to do with computers or computing. All right, there we go. So you put it to 0 and then you could change it further if you want to. Well, you said, Featherman, you could change a whole bunch of columns at the same time in one update set statement. By the way, I'm sorry, I just phased out for a second. I just want to say I just really adore this update set. At some point when we do analytics, we throw a bunch of columns of data from different tables into an array, and then you could chop up the data using update set once you have the data in an array, and it's so powerful and it's so easy. So update set is totally a keeper. So how about Jim Henke? Jim's moving. He's moving from B Street somewhere, so we need to update Jim's data. So update table name. All right, so the street address is changing. So it's kind of like column equals that, comma separated, comma the other column equals that, comma the other column equals that. And you can have 20 of these as long as they're comma separated, and then the last one before the where statement does not have a comma, so there's no comma before that. Okay, it'll just error anyway. So let's go ahead and get Jim updated, one row affected, and then there you go. So I encourage you to watch YouTube videos and learn 25 other tiny little tricks about updating. But this is all, this video shows all we need to move forward in the class. So what if you wanted to do something with records from in a category in several values for that category? So maybe we had color of hat. So update the hats where the hat color is red, blue, or green, or something like that. Here I'm pulling the customers from 3 different states. I guess we don't have anyone from Ohio. But here is the in statement. So I don't think I showed it to date, but you could say where state equals Idaho, or where state equals Washington, or where state equals Ohio. But this in statement is much better. I encourage you to look at w3schools.com, and you can learn more about in statements there. So the total revenue, I don't know why you do this, but you could, let's make that a big number, I guess. Let's add 10,000 to it so you could see it. By the way, you don't want to put a comma in there because it doesn't want to read it, and you don't want to put a $sign in there, and just leave it as a number. So all of these numbers should get markedly larger. Let's see. Oop, I guess you have to highlight it. 3 rows affected. Good sign. And those numbers look bigger. So that's an in statement as well. So update set where. Update set where. And the next video will show how to update the customer that just completed an invoice. Take care. I hope you're enjoying it.